Hello Libra, this is your extended reading. I'm actually amazed by this reading, by the extended here, because the cards are in such alignment. And I feel like it's this, there is, this, well, I was going to say third meeting, although, it's actually, you're just having one meeting and then you're having the second, but it's like, there is a third person included in this trip that you will see, that you will visit, that you will talk to. And I feel like it's going to, it's like it's the outcome of this visiting, or this seeing this third person is so loving. It's like it's really, I was not sure about, the making amends, when this card came through, but because he came as the King of Cups, I was thinking about how they care about you, Libra, how this character, which was introduced perhaps by this person that you were meeting, that you were intending to meeting, right? The Knight of Wands. But you were not so sure that you wanted, or that you planned in seeing this person, right? So it's not that you were not wanting to see them. Perhaps it was just like you were not expecting to see them, or you're not, you haven't included, seeing them in this trip. But seeing them, I feel like it's going to be this really wonderful time together. It feels like there is a clear coming together, like a wonderful get together that needs to happen, and it will only be complete if this third person is included, right? It's like you being the Knight of Swords, your friend, your sibling being the Knight of Wands, and then this other person being the King of Cups. And so the interesting thing is that I wasn't sure, from the first part, if these two people were related or not. If this one is perhaps a parent, or a boss, like someone related to this Knight of Wands, and perhaps you got to know this person through your friend, through your sibling. But it's like okay, so if this is your sibling, this obviously is perhaps both your parents, both your father or mother, it doesn't matter the gender here, and you weren't expecting to see your mother or your father, perhaps. I don't know. It could be specific, to each and every one of you, but this person was not included in your plans. That's definite. But this get together needs to happen right now, because you finally made this move to go visit them. Oh, or, visit them, you being this one. Visit them includes then, by fate, visiting this one too. And so these two could be related, but I feel like there had to be like this time apart for the three of you, right? You, this person, and this person, to develop on your own, right? It's almost like you had to be, far away from one another, and especially you, right? Because you were the one who's meeting this one, who perhaps lives close by to this one. And so now is the moment for you to travel and see these two people, because now you're all ready to see each other again. And I feel like there is this mending of the hearts. It's like almost like this healing that is happening because you're coming together, even though you weren't expecting to see this other person, right? So we begin actually this extended with two cards. We have the High Priestess and the Ten of Wands. And so this is, first of all, it's coming through as, popping the champagne, or, just commemoration, like celebration of this coming together. So these two ones in the middle, this card came through as this very beautiful field of flowers. So this image that I received actually when I sat down to record this, so this dog came, you know, right towards me, and well, right towards you, Libra, very happy to see you. So this is this meeting that is coming through as very flowered, very, it's like there is a lot of blossoming. It's like there is this happiness that is coming through as, you know, popping the champagne with the High Priestess. But this card came through as also, you know, the one of these flowers blossoming, right? So it's this blooming that is happening again because of this meeting, because of this coming together. And so these two cards are showing me this first moment where you finally see this Knight of Wands, right? So this is them receiving you at their place, right? So they are the Knight of Wands and you are the Knight of Swords. And so they are perhaps, you know, receiving you with a bouquet of flowers or a champagne, and they're so happy to, you know, just welcome you in their home in a sense, right? It's like it's their environment, and it's like they are happy to see you because you have this extreme bond that it's just so beautiful, and they missed you in a sense, right? And so these two cards coming together, they were almost showing me the grandiosity of something that perhaps is so mundane, right? We have the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. It's like these two cards needed to come together to emphasize that, yes, something as simple as just, you know, meeting somebody that you haven't seen in a while is really powerful. It has this, you know, it's almost like the image of it finally blooms, right? It's that instant of, you know, blossoming, or, you know, the popping of the champagne. It's like the instant that really breaks through, right? It is a reason to celebrate, right? This is what I meant. And so with the cards that come next, actually, I'm going to break them apart a little bit because it's talking about you arriving in the place that you needed to be. It's like your heart was calling you to go back and see this person, because we have the Five of Cups after, you know, these two opening cards. But this Five of Cups was coming through with a little bit of nostalgia. Like, it's almost like you are, you know, perhaps you were the one who left your hometown, right? And then you're coming back to your home, or, you know, the home where you used to live with your family, and then your sibling is still there. And so it's like there are a lot of memories. This Five of Cups is talking about, you know, there is a place that holds really fond memories. They are memories that you cherish, but perhaps you have forgotten about them, or it's just like being in this place reminds you of so many things that you are overtaken or overwhelmed by emotions, right? But remember, this is bigger than you, right? We have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is talking about this meeting with this other person that is also part of these memories, right? So perhaps you were not intending to see them, but just being in this place, right, to visit this one, it's like you're instantly reminded of this one, right? Even though they are, it's like this secondary meeting, right? So this Five of Cups was talking about you coming home and feeling nostalgic, right? But happy nostalgic. It's not something that is, you know, draining you, although you are remembering this one that you were not intending to see. Perhaps knowing that is inevitable, that you'll have to see them, it's bringing you back all of these memories, right? So it is a little bit uncomfortable because it could be overwhelming, right? A lot of emotions coming through and breaking through, but they are coming through as, you know, this field of flowers. So there's a lot of blooming and, you know, opening up of the energy, because this meeting is happening in their terrain, in the place where this one lives, right? And so it is fateful that you went there at this very moment, because so we have Judgment, but we have these amazing cards. So I'm going to hold them like this because actually they are talking about alignment. So we have Judgment, then followed by the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, this never happened to me. Actually, this never, ever happened. You know, the alignment of 3 nines like this. And it's talking about, you know, the energy of the one that you wanted to visit, right? The Knight of Wands, right? And the energy of the one that you were not intending to see, the King of Cups. But it's talking about now both of you, well, both of them and you are now mature enough to see each other again without losing yourself in these others or in others people's concerns, especially the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. So Judgment is also talking about something that is, you know, beyond your control. Whatever is your destiny, there's no way of, you know, escaping it. And I don't mean this by, you know, this is something that you have to go through no matter what. And, you know, it's not to be negative or to be too dramatic. It's just that it's something that we'll talk about this rebirth in a sense, or this a renewal, that it's like it's being celebrated, right? There is this blossoming that is happening because you're meeting physically, right? Because this is happening with your own body. It's like you have to be there in person, right? To say whatever you need to say for the King of Wands, but also perhaps to hear what this King of Cups wants to tell you that you didn't even know that they wanted to talk to you. So this Judgment was, you know, hand in hand with this Wheel of Destiny, Wheel of Fortune that we saw from the first part. But mainly what I was talking about was about this alignment. It's like the perfection, just the timing of this alignment. It couldn't have happened sooner because you had to be there in person, right? The fives to me talk about, you know, being somewhere specifically, but it's like being there would just bring up all of the emotions, and that was necessary for you to realize that it's the time for this coming together to happen, actually happen, which is very fateful, which is talking about something that is for your best, right? And not only for you, that's the reason why I'm talking about like making amends, because also we end with the Ace of Cups, and we'll get there, but this is the outcome. And also, you know, I'm going to include the bottom of the deck because I feel like it's something that needed to happen physically, needed to happen in person. You know, the three of you, you know, your Knight of Wands, your friend, your sibling, your parent, or, you know, somebody related to them, that they just love you. It's like they're coming through as a loving person, but perhaps they don't know how to express it. That's the reason why they needed to be face to face with you, right? Because, you know, the Nine of Pentacles is representing you here, right? But it's talking about how incredibly good you are, Libra, in dealing with practical things, in dealing with things that are, well, perhaps, you know, you have found, you know, your way in life, right? To deal with your own practical life. You made it, right? You really earned the money that you, when you set out, when you decided to move, perhaps you decided, I'm not going to come back unless I am wealthy, unless I have enough that I can, you know, just sustain myself, really, right? And so I'm not sensing like perhaps it was shame, right? You couldn't come back to see this one because you didn't want to come as a loser, in a sense. You know, I'm being just I'm exaggerating to make a point, right? But it's like you were worried about how this one would see you because they care deeply for you, right? So you didn't want to disappoint them, perhaps, right? So you wanted only to see this one that perhaps, you know, it's you know, in a similar life path as you. So there is no, it's like they're not asking anything of you, right? And perhaps you thought that this one would reprimand you if you didn't achieve what you set out to achieve when you moved, right? And so with these 3 nines, well, the 9 to me talks about, you know, reaching the end in a sense of these individual numbers, right? Then we have the 10, which is, you know, 1 and 0, which is double energy in a sense. So the 9 talks about, you know, coming to this point of maturity, especially with you coming through as the 9 of Pentacles. It's like you have established yourself in a really good place physically, materially, financially, that now you're ready to, well, perhaps, you know, this was the only factor that was keeping you from visiting them sooner, right? So now that you have the money, like you could make actually this travel happen. And they both are happy to see you, right? This 9 of Wands is coming, well, the Wands today are coming through as, yes, the excitement from the fire, but mainly they're coming through as flowers. So your brother, your sister, you know, your cousin, your friend, it's like they are happy to see you. It's like they want to make their house look pretty for you, right? And this 9 of Cups, which is, you know, representing the King of Cups, it's like perhaps, you know, an elder that is also happy to see you. And they are, it's like they are emotional. It's like they are perhaps, you know, unable to express it. And they wish they could express with words, but they are expressing it with, you know, emotions and just energy. And, you know, when you're on this one-on-one connection, right, face to face, emotions speak louder than words, right? You just feel the energy of the other person. And so this is how this King of Cups is communicating with you. And it's like it is happening in real life, right? It's like the 3 of you are coming together because there is this, it's like this point of maturity of each individual, right? You know, on your personal paths, right? That now you're able to come together and enjoy it, right? And so ending with this card, ending with this Ace of Cups, not only there is reason to celebrate with the popping of the champagne that we saw with the High Priestess, this one heart is talking about this heart connection that only happens when the 3 of you are together, but mainly, well, you, because you, Libra, are coming through as, you know, holding the pentacles, right? It's like you were perhaps the missing piece that you needed to come to this place physically. It's like you had to go there in order for this heart to be fulfilled, right? And this heart is coming through as, you know, this unison. Am I saying that right? It's like uni sound. It's like one sound, right? It's like the 3 of you together is the beating of one heart, right? It's like the 3 of you together, and now, you know, in this place of maturity, of growth, of evolution, it's like all of you, the 3 of you, are ready to reunite in a sense that all of you are going back to a place that is really meaningful and, you know, emotional for you, perhaps because it holds many memories, but it's this mending of the heart, or this fulfillment of the heart. It's like the emotions are one and they're all coming together again, once again, right? So what I wanted to include, actually, oh, this is so gorgeous. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Pentacles, and usually I see this image as, you know, this really beautiful table where everyone is coming together for dinner or lunch or, you know, coffee, just sitting around the table together and, you know, just being there. You know, for me, this image, it's almost like the image of the round table, right? So it's like there is space for every single person, and everyone that means something to you is there around this table, and there is a reason to celebrate, right? It's like the house is beautiful because the Knight of Wands made sure of that. The King of Cups is there to bring all the emotions back, and perhaps they are telling the stories of their youth, or, you know, or just remembering the memories. And it's something that is just happening because there is this presence, right? There is this manifestation of this coming together. The beautiful thing that, oh my God, this is so gorgeous. Look at this. Underneath the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Temperance and the Ten of Cups. So if this is not talking about this, you know, extreme happiness, and it's like flowing through the emotions, right? It's like coming together, right? Sharing a cup. This is how the Temperance is coming through, right? Sharing the cup and sharing stories of love, sharing the emotions, sharing just good memories. You know, it's like it's reinforcing the love bond that there is between you, between all of you, really. So Libra, this is really beautiful. I wonder what is going to come through in the rune here as a final guidance for you. So let's see. It just started to rain outside, and it's like pouring now. I don't know if the camera will pick up or not, but okay, so let's see. Okay, so we have two runes. That is so interesting how, you know, lately there are more than one runes coming through as a final guidance. So this is interesting. We have the Ascendant and we have the Sun. And so this is actually talking about individuality, right? Both the Sun and the Ascendant are, you know, very important. Well, the Sun being your ego, but your essence, your light, the way that you shine your light in this world, right? But the Ascendant, it's the way that you are perceived by others, right? Is your personality, the way that you appear, your physical appearance including. So what this is talking about, Libra, and it's actually very, very beautiful because, well, we just had the new moon in Aries, and Aries is actually your opposite sign. So, you know, this beautiful thing about, you know, you knowing who you are, not only inside but outside, is very important. And I feel like it's like it was the element necessary for you to decide to make this trip, to go visit this person, and for this coming together to actually happen. So this final guidance is talking about you, Libra, know who you are on the inside and the outside, but also it's like you're shining. You are shining. Other people are seeing your light. You are perceivable. You are seen. And I feel like this is only happening because they know also who they are, right? And so this is as much a message, a final guidance for you, Libra, as it is actually for the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. So these other two people that, you know, the one that you're intending to meet, and then the second one that was, you know, an unexpected meeting. But it's like there is a lot of happiness in this meeting, in this reunion, in this coming together, because you know who you are inside and out. This is actually very, very beautiful. And so, you know, the timing of it also is so perfect because we just had the new moon. So I wonder what this new moon in Aries unlocked for you, and perhaps if the new moon was, you know, the trigger point that made you, you know, make the decision to fly or to you know, drive towards meeting this other person. So this is really beautiful, Libra. I hope this was insightful for you. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.